In this video, we're going to discuss and review the NECA Ultimate MacReady Outpost 31 figure from John Carpenter's The Thing. Welcome to the Swearwolves Horror Podcast YouTube channel. I'm Brett. If you're a returning subscriber, I just want to thank you for coming back. And if you're new to this channel, I want to thank you for stopping by. Please consider clicking both that subscribe button as well as that notification bell below. We upload videos on a semi-regular basis in which we review anything and everything horror, from action figures and toys to soundtracks, various collectibles, video games, you name it. And today we're talking about this new NECA Ultimate MacReady Outpost 31 figure from John Carpenter's The Thing. Now, this is one figure that I've been waiting for since they first announced it. Actually, before they announced it, I wanted them to do this figure. John Carpenter's The Thing is one of the best, if not the best, sci-fi slash horror slash movie of all time. It has got it all, and it really didn't get its comeuppance when it was released back in the 80s, because it was released either right before or right after E.T. was released into the theaters. So E.T., obviously, very family-oriented film, very good film, but it overshadowed The Thing by John Carpenter. This figure, like I said, been waiting for this for a while. Finally found it in stores. You can start seeing it pop up in Targets right now, because I believe for a limited amount of time, it is going to be an exclusive to Target. Or Target is exclusively going to carry it first, and then it'll start popping up at other stores. But here it is, the box. You can see that the box is shiny, reflective. Very cool. You got this image that's like the movie poster for The Thing, and it says The Ultimate in Alien Terror. The Thing, Ultimate MacReady, Outpost 31. Right there. Looks really good. The side of the box, it just says The Thing, Ultimate MacReady, and we see the helicopter right there, flying. And then on the back, there's some images of the figure. Kurt Russell played MacReady in John Carpenter's The Thing, and this figure is got that resemblance to Kurt Russell. So on the back it says, The Thing. In the winter of 1982, a 12-man research team on a remote Antarctic research station discovers an alien buried in the snow for over 100,000 years. Once unfrozen, the form-changing alien wreaks havoc, creates terror, and becomes one of them. At the bottom here, it might be hard to see, but it says includes 3 interchangeable heads: hat, goggles, glasses, bottle, lantern, shotgun, and more. So although the glossy in person looks really good on camera, it doesn't look as good because it's kind of hard to film, but that's what it looks like there. On the side, just the same as the other side. Inside the flap here, just like with all the NECA Ultimates, we get a window box of the figure. We'll talk about that more in a second. And then a picture of the figure right there. You can kind of see it. Again, this reflective looks cool in person. On camera, not so good. So pardon me if it doesn't film well. But here's the figure, and it shows all the different heads and the accessories that we get with it. So why don't we go ahead, open this figure up, and give it a proper review. All right, I got the figure opened up. Before we get to the figure itself, let's go ahead and talk about these accessories. Now, as with most of the Ultimate line of figures from NECA, we got a lot of accessories. So I'm going to try to go through these as quickly as possible, but I do want to give each of them their rightful due. We do have alternate hands here. As you can see, the figure comes with gloved hands. We do have an alternate gloved hand that's formed a little bit differently. Form factor, so it can hold, I believe this is to hold the bottle of whiskey. So that's just another alternate right hand that's gloved. We do have 2 more right hands that don't have gloves on them. And like with most NECA figures, these sculpts on these hands, they're so tiny, but they look so good, so realistic. I really like them. This is like to hold the shotgun maybe. This is to hold the bottle of alcohol, or to hold the lantern. So whatever you want them to hold. If you can fit it in the hands, that's what it was meant to hold. Put those aside. And then this is an alternate left hand right here. Probably again for the shotgun or the glass. So that looks really good. All right, moving past the hands, we also got some sunglasses right there. Just pretty, standard sunglasses. Nothing too special about these, but they do look good. Moving on, we have goggles, and these just go right around his head with a soft rubber strap. Probably don't want to pull on that too hard. You don't want it to break because it is pretty thin. And then these are just kind of soft rubber as well, the goggles. Put those aside. I talked about the bottle of whiskey or the bottle of alcohol. It's right here. Just a little bottle with a fake label on it. I'm not even going to begin to try to read what that says because it is way too small for me. To go with the bottle, we have a glass that has some of that whiskey already in it, which that looks really good. He also has his hat, or his sombrero type hat, that he wears, especially when he's flying the helicopter. Very good soft rubber. It feels like leather, and it looks like leather. It's even got like some cracked pieces right there, or it looks like some kind of cloth, some kind of worn out cloth, I guess. I don't know if it would be leather or what, but it does have a cloth. This is not a rubber, this is a cloth strap right here. Some kind of ribbon tied together. Comes with a lantern. There's a nice detail on this lantern. All the different pieces. And a shotgun. We've seen these weapons in other figures before. Shotgun, very similar to shotguns that we've gotten in other figures, but you can see like the metal looking barrel of the gun and the wood grain on the stock and that part of the pump shotgun. All looks really good. Really good detail, really fine detail on these smaller parts. So that's good. All right, last but not least, we got the two alternate head sculpts. You can see he comes with just nothing on his head right there. And then we have these alternate head sculpts, which show him with an angry look and kind of a quizzical look. Now, a lot of people were complaining that this didn't look like Kurt Russell. And I don't know, people have brought up that it looked like various other people. I would say that this angry look doesn't very much look like Kurt Russell, but this one does. I mean, you can definitely see the resemblance to Kurt Russell right there. And you can see the look, the eyes and the nose and the mouth, the wrinkles on the forehead, all that detail looks so good. The beard, the fine beard work there, the detail work on the hairs. This looks really good. And I think it looks very much like Kurt Russell. He's got like this soft hood, soft rubber hood over his head. And then, of course, this one, like I said, doesn't look as much like Kurt Russell, but I mean, he's supposed to be angry here. Maybe you have him with the sunglasses on and you won't see the eyes and it'll look better. Let's see. See, with the sunglasses on, it looks even better. But then I guess you're losing the effect of him looking angry. So, anyway, I think the head sculpts look really good. I'm not disappointed with those. I want the figure regardless of what the head sculpts look like, and I think the head sculpts look fine. But let's get to the figure itself. I have him on a stand right here, so let me take him off. And before we get into the figure details, let's go ahead and talk about the articulation. This is just like all the other NECA Ultimate line of figures. We have the head that moves on this ball joint, left to right, up and down, back and forth, like that. Got his shoulder, which is on another ball joint that moves out to the side, back and forth like that. Elbow joint bends at the elbow, and he's got this hand can flip down, back and forth, and also turn around. And that's on both sides. And it has always with these NECA figures, you want to make sure that all these joints are loose before you start just haphazardly moving them around, because they can be a little tight sometimes from the factory, or if they've been sitting on the shelves for a long time, and they could break. But this one is fine. I tested it out. Bends at the waist here, swivels at the hips. We also have this hip joint right here, ball socket joint. His knee bends, and his foot bends up and down. And then we have some movement right here in the calf and then also in the hip. And then even down at the foot, you can twist this back and forth. So a lot of good articulation points on this, just like with all the other NECA Ultimate figures. But let's talk about the detail on this. So first and foremost, we're going to talk about this head sculpt. Now this looks like Kurt Russell to me. I don't know what people are talking about saying it doesn't look like Kurt Russell. Look at that hair, that glorious mane of wonderful hair that he has. The sculpt, the detail, the fine lines in this sculpt are just awesome. The face sculpt looks just like Kurt Russell. So they did a bang up job on this. There's not a bad thing I can say about this head sculpt. Leather jacket he's wearing, just kind of a soft rubber right here in the torso, and then it's the hard rubber. Same paint job though on the arms. And you can see he's got this, it doesn't open up, it does have a little flap right here. That kind of opens up, but the jacket doesn't open up, but he's got this blue shirt on underneath. Again, he's got these gloved hands, like we saw in the alternate one, and good like detail with the stitching on these gloves. It just looks really good. And again, on the detail on the jacket, look at those buttons. You know, there's silver metal buttons here, and you can see them. They kind of pop when you get them under the right light. So just really good detail. The zipper, the other side of the zipper, everything. When you get really close to it, you can appreciate how much effort goes into this, and the paint job and everything. It's just awesome. I just love these figures. Oh, and the other thing I didn't mention, the fur around the collar here. You can see that, and this collar doesn't bend down too much, but you can see that it's got this like texture to make it look like the fur around the collar. This is the back side of the jacket. And then he's got these green pants on. And again, you can see the details down to the silver zippers right there and right there for the pockets. And then he's wearing like these brown weathered combat boots. Just everything just looks so awesome about this figure. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Oh, he does have peg holes too. I don't know how I'm going to pose him, because just like this, it looks great. But I kind of want to, I don't know, showcase a scene from the movie, maybe one of my favorite scenes from the movie, but we don't have Childs to go along with MacReady. Childs, of course, played by Keith David, who we got an action figure of him from the movie They Live, and I'll put a link to that review right there. But if we don't have a Childs figure to go with MacReady, that end scene of the movie, I want a Childs figure, and hopefully NECA comes out with that Childs figure. That would be awesome. But so maybe we toy around with some different looks. Why don't I go ahead and do that myself, and when I come back, you'll see what the final result looks like. All right, I got the figure posed how I'm going to have him displayed, and I really do like this look with the sombrero and the sunglasses and the shotgun. It is representative of a classic scene, a classic look from this movie, and without that Child's figure, like I said, I don't think I would pose him any other way. But if we do get a Child's figure, maybe I'll just buy another MacReady figure and have him holding the whiskey bottle like the scene at the end of the movie. But two things that before I give my review that I wish we would have gotten, or maybe would have been different on this figure. The cloth strap here, yeah, it looks kind of cool. It can, I don't know, it just doesn't really match to me, the total look of the figure. I would have much rather have had that be like a soft rubber to match this soft rubber on the hat to give it more of either a cloth or a leather type look that was more natural to the figure. With it being real fabric here, I don't know, it just kind of loses a little bit of the illusion to me, but that's a minor gripe that I have. The other thing that I wish we would have gotten is maybe petri dishes with blood samples in them, like the scene, the famous scene from The Thing, and I thought that would have been cool. However, as I was thinking about that, and just now as I was saying it, I thought, what a great accessory pack to come out for this if they continue with this Thing line and they make other figures, like when the Thing actually transforms. But you could have an accessory pack which comes with like the dog Thing, and it comes with like petri dishes and maybe even I know they had an arcade machine, an asteroids machine there, so like you could have all this stuff like or like a pool table. You could have an accessory pack that comes with the Thing that for the Outpost 31 that I think would be just awesome. So my final review, of course, for this figure is going to be 5 out of 5 Pamela Voorhees heads. Maybe you have different thoughts. Maybe you have a difference of opinion. Why don't you go and comment down below on any thoughts that you have on this. And if you like this video, please go ahead and click that like button below. And if you haven't yet subscribed and you feel so inclined, click both that subscribe button as well as that notification bell. We are the Swearwolves Horror Podcast, and we actually do a weekly podcast, a weekly show in which we review horror movies. So please do check us out. You can find us on wherever you listen to podcasts. Just search for the Swearwolves, or you can go to our website and just go to theswearwolves.com, and there you can stream the episodes directly from our website. So for the Swearwolves, I'm Brett.
Hi, this is Brett with the Swearwolves, and when I'm not editing videos or creating content for YouTube, I just sit here and wait, and wait. If you like the video that you just saw, go ahead and click that button right there. And if you haven't yet subscribed, go ahead and click that other button right there. I'll wait.